Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Savage. I'm here with Jay. I'm
here with the legendary Savage. Everybody at home, everybody that's watching this, because after what I saw this weekend, I can't even believe I'm talking. I should be speechless now.
Oh, we're going to talk about professional wrestling, though, Jay. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is the legendary Savage right here, folks.
And this is the legendary Roman Reigns in the background, your wallpaper over there. This is the legendary Jay, and he's going to have the take today, I'm sure. We're going to be talking about Survivor Series. We're going to be talking about SmackDown, WWE, Raw, NXT.
And a little bit of Savage on the side.
Yeah, we get some Savage in there, but you know how I like to do, man. I mean, we have a lot to talk about. Weekly review, SmackDown was huge. We had Carlito accusations on Santos Escobar. This caused a lot of fractions, and we talked about it last week. We kind of saw the heel turn coming, and you know, it definitely
we called it.
It definitely happened. It definitely happened. We knew it was going to happen. Were you surprised that they pulled the trigger on that so quick?
No, I just thought the whole thing was just dedicated to that. But I was surprised at Carlito Savage. I don't know about the match, but it didn't do nothing for me. And Carlito looked very slow running the ropes, and some spots weren't clean, man.
Well, I don't think he was going all out because he knew he was taking the L, so he was like serving. Like I mean, I guess you bring him back to just feed him to Bobby Lashley.
The thing why I'm calling it out Savage is because the whole commentary was basically on a match that they had years ago. So they're trying to compare and contrast. But if you're going to compare something to 12, 15 years ago, you got to make it at least decent.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest match, and I wasn't happy with the result because you bring in Carlito, he should be put over strong. He should be the leader of the LWO, co-leader. He's pissed off that Ray's hurt. Like, Absolutely. Dude, make him look good, make him look credible so that Bobby Lashley has a credible opponent because he looks huge.
You also got to make the Street Profits credible. Let's face it, Savage. These guys were at WrestleMania last year having a match, the most important pay-per-view, the grandest stage of them all. And now we see them having LWO. I told you last week, Savage, LWO is not really doing nothing to give Street Profits credibility.
It just, I'm not happy with that. Like, to me, it's like it's SmackDown. It's not really a big event. It doesn't really have a lot of meaning. It's a waste of a heel turn. It's a missed opportunity because if you produce it correctly and you make Santos Escobar look like he's super loyal, he's taking Ray out to dinner, he's buying presents for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, play it off like he's trying to really play the role and go over the top with it. So this way, when it comes back, it hits harder. I mean, it's every so often that you have an opportunity to have a heel turn and make it mean something. Make it sell merch. Make it sell people's investment, man. Like their emotional commitment to the product. So to me, not a fan of it. Just going to be honest. I thought it could have been done 100 times better.
What? I thought it was okay. I'm not the greatest fan of it, but it was okay. People, it got a rise out of people. Say.
It's hard for me to be a fan of it because it didn't make Carlito look good. It didn't make Santos look as good as he could have looked.
I'll tell you what it did. It didn't make the LWO dull. Didn't make him look boring. Actually, what's going to happen now? Kind of make it interesting.
And this is a problem that is consistently happening because what happens is shows are coming up. We need matches.
Right.
End of story. If there wasn't a big show coming up in 2 weeks, we could have had time to draw this out. and instead of wasting this match at Survivor Series with no emotional investment, maybe give 2 other people an opportunity to have a match and fill that time slot and let this grow a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a thought. All right. NXT. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. We just watched it earlier. What'd you think real quick? Did you have a good time with NXT tonight?
Listen, I love green. I love the color. I love the money, but that doesn't mean I have to watch it on TV live. You know what I mean?
That's true. Kairi Sane joins Damage Control. We're going to talk about somebody else that joined Damage Control too. We'll save Damage Control for the end of the night because SmackDown was their show basically. Dragon Lee defeats Cedric Alexander. I'm okay with it because it was at least a good match, but Cedric's another one, that is phenomenal athlete. This should be.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
I don't know. I just would have went a little farther with this one instead of getting the clean win.
Savage, for me, it's like you're trying to make a sequel out of a good match, and it doesn't live up to the hype. I love Space Jam, but that doesn't mean I love Space Jam and New Legacy. And then I have to watch this. Some of the spots were just a little rough. It looked like Dragon Lee was a little faster than Cedric because he was just waiting on some spots, and it just didn't look right to me, man. You say okay, I didn't really enjoy it. I
didn't love the fact that it wasn't done in a way that could have made Cedric still look come out okay, and again add some intrigue there. I don't know. I guess it's just biased. I'm biased.
Yeah. Do we have to see it again? I don't think so.
No, at this point, what's the point of squashing Cedric Alexander anymore? You get him as far away from Dragon Lee as possible. If anything, bring Cedric down to NXT because Corbin's going to need someone to fight after he's the new NXT champion of the world. LA Knight vowed to once again face Roman Reigns.
I'm a little lost at this, Savage. Are they really going this route? Is this the right call?
And he's wearing
the right call.
You gotta love how he's got the yellow and red on.
Yeah, it is a top selling merch. You got to give it credit to LA Knight, but I'm not a fan of the shirt, to be honest with you. I think the LA Knight ones are still more popular.
I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by it. Yellow and red.
Yeah,
it's just interesting. It's interesting.
What throws me off is just the yes. Like I could have been okay with one. I don't need 10 years.
Well, LA Knight goes on to defeat Grayson Waller. That was an okay match. What'd you think of that match, Jay?
Yeah, Savage. I don't even know if I could go okay because it was just something about it. The flow wasn't right. Grayson Waller was missing on some cues. I don't know. I just think these guys didn't mesh well. You say okay. I say eh.
What are you rating SmackDown overall? Would you give it a rating? A+, thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah, I'm more in the middle, Savage, just because of the ending. So
okay.
That's where I'm at. I'm in the middle.
More in the middle. Kevin Owens gets officially suspended by Nick Aldis. Do you think this is going to be good for his storyline and career? Is he going to feud with Nick Aldis?
How is this going to elevate him to what? What is all this going to do? You're still fighting tag team wrestlers. Theory, Waller. You just got out of a tag team. Does this make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me at all, Savage. I'm not getting it, folks. Please tell me. Please tell me we bring him from Raw to SmackDown to be a good asset, and then all of a sudden you just have him out there and he's just having matches with tag teams.
What would you have done with Kevin Owens?
Well, Kevin Owens is a big player, Savage. If you're going to bring him to Raw and SmackDown, you got to put him on the main event level. Look, how many times has we seen KO and Reigns? How many times we see KO Jimmy, KO Solo? It is what it is. You got to put him in that tier. And if you're not going to put him with those guys, you got to at least put him with something secondary or third. Have him fight LA Knight. Why not? 2 guys, top of the game. They want a chance at the title. Have him duke it out. Have a little program there. What's the problem?
Nah, you're not wrong. LA Knight and Kevin Owens would definitely be a good series that I would love to see.
Exactly.
But I don't think we're going to get that. I don't know what we're going to get from that. Now we get the Damage Control end of the night. craziness. Damage Control now, what are they? The most powerful faction in the world of professional wrestling?
Now, we all know that's bullcrap. So let's just stop right there.
Well, Asuka is now part of.
And they can add if they want to add the metaphor to even be more rougher on the mic.
Look at this. I mean, they're out here. Jay, listen, they're out here and they are abusing Charlotte Flair. What else am I supposed to think?
Savage, she abused them. She abused Asuka when she took that undefeated streak at WrestleMania. She abused Cri Text when she was a good old pirate as a babyface. She abused these women. It's only fair. You gotta give receipts too.
Okay. Damage Control. Where do you think we're headed with this? Because now we have
War Games. And you know what, Savage? I was just a little lost because listen, we're running close to War Games, and now Belair and all of them, they got to add another babyface. The question is, do we want to put Shotzi in that role? Because that's a big role to have.
No, it is. And Shotzi's capable of delivering, though.
Can she deliver in that particular match?
After what I saw her do,
but can we see it? Can we see it? I don't know, Savage. I'm a little iffy. But who would you put?
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Who would you put? I ask you, who would you put? If it's something not Shotzi, who would you put?
Right now, well, Zoe's not available because she's fighting Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, who?
Maybe SmackDown. I mean, they don't really have anybody else, do they?
What's that girl from LWO? Zelina Vega?
Natty?
She's like a free agent, I swear. I'll see her NXT, SmackDown. They didn't even announce her as a free agent.
All over the place.
Wherever the hell she want to go.
Damage Control. And this is how SmackDown ended. They beat down Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi. You know what I mean? Making a huge statement. That's a powerful faction now, women's wrestling right there. 5 strong now. Maybe they're going to get NWO syndrome right now. Who knows?
I love the insane elbow that Cri did.
Yeah, she's awesome. They're in good hands with her. I'm telling you right now, really good hands.
She was a Japan champion, first one ever,
for a reason.
Yep, pretty much.
For a reason.
That was pretty much SmackDown. That's why it ended.
Crazy. Yeah.
At his moment.
Monday Night Raw. Cody Rhodes opens up the show with Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and this was actually really fun to see because you got to see everybody's pop and kind of hear, all right, who's really over right now, and we all know who it is. Seth. I mean, I thought it was Seth and Cody, obviously, but Seth looked like he was pretty over. I think
every time they sing, it's always over.
There was a little different that night, man.
I ask you.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. I just think that crowd in that building that night, they would have picked Seth Rollins over Cody Rhodes.
Probably would. They're all good reasons.
Right now. And this started up a crazy storyline with the Judgment Day leading into War Games. Right away, we got a match between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn going on with, look at this, Dom. My God, JD McDonough. I love JD McDonough, but this match opens up Raw, and I don't know. It kind of felt like obvious that Seth is going to win this match right away, and I was whatever with the match. Nothing crazy. It didn't do fireworks for me.
I wasn't okay with it, Savage. I mean, DQ, I think we kind of all expected that was going to happen after what we saw before this leading to the match. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think it was great. It had its moments, but like I say, what can you get out of this? Is a DQ? Is leading up to War Games is the only way they're going to resolve their issues, both sides? I mean, to me, it was kind of expected.
Yeah, in the final moments, Judgment Day decides to get involved. They get the interference.
Yeah, I mean,
enter the match, and that's when I thought the best segment started because that's when Mommy gets in the ring, and her and Pierce. Ooh. I thought Pierce and her had the moment of the night.
Ooh, I'll let you go. I'll let you get your take on this.
I thought this was good. I thought Rhea Ripley was good. I think Zoe Starks.
Sorry, what? Sorry, Starks is what? I'm sorry.
Zoe Starks, I think fumbled a little bit here.
Ooh, you're being too nice. It'd be nice. It'd be a sweetheart. Same fumble. I actually had to take notes on this because
I mean, I'm not going to go into detail in it because
I
her in-ring ability speaks for itself, but I need to see more because you're in the ring with Rhea Ripley, and it showed. Rhea Ripley chewed her ass apart. That was that. This is a shoot right here because I know for a fact that this was a shoot.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say this match makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's heel and heel. If you're going to have a heel versus heel, you need to have a believable heel. And guess what we saw, folks? There's a lot of people that can't touch the mic. I'm going to start from Sting, and Zoe Starks is right there. She is the worst I ever heard on the mic, which led to a shoot promo by Rhea Ripley, which I'm going to say right now and everybody in the Savage Kingdom, that was the best promo that she cut this year, period. If the year is going to end like that, this was the best promo that I heard from Rhea Ripley as champion. It was perfect. It was great. In the crowd, Savage, including myself and my kid who's 4, we did not believe one word Zoe Starks was saying. The crowd is even giving her the what chance.
I can't disagree with you. No, yeah, she definitely. I mean, she did keep going with the what chance, which is, compliments to her.
She basically buried herself on live TV. I can't get behind Starks no more. I'm sorry.
Well, it's kind of hard because she knows she's not going to be able to beat Rhea Ripley. Everybody knows Rhea Ripley is not going to lose that title anytime soon.
It's not about the title.
I said it. I made a video, man. All right. She's quadruple P. All right.
It's about the brass ring. And this was basically saying, listen, you're going to go out there. You're going to cut a promo. We'll give you 2-3 minutes. She had it a moment. And guess what? Not a fumble. She just disappeared. I don't even know who the hell that was.
Listen, man. Rhea Ripley. Presentation.
Really bad.
Presentation. Performance, power. All right. She is the real deal. She is the greatest wrestler in the world today. In my opinion, out of everybody doing it, she's the most believable as someone that will kick your ass.
No.
Yes.
We're talking about Zoe Starks. No. We're talking about Rhea Ripley. Yes.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley.
Okay, good. I'm out of the Stark.
You thought I was talking about Starks right there? Rhea Ripley.
I don't know. You be a Stark fan.
Listen, no, I'm a fan of her in-ring ability. I said she fumbled the ball on this promo. End of story. Zoe Stark confronted Rhea Ripley ahead of the Survivor Series. Of course, they have a championship match. I think it doesn't matter who Rhea Ripley faces. She will continue to be the Raw, SmackDown, whatever she wants, whatever she wants. She might be like 8-belt
till
Ripley.
She defends her belt at WrestleMania 40 in Philly against Becky Lynch.
I feel like she could walk into AEW and just beat the hell out of the entire women's division and take their title, come back to Raw with it.
Now, how sad it's going to be that Becky Lynch...
I would love it if it's all a work. Maybe Vince bought AEW so that in 8 years, he's going to send Rhea Ripley over there. She's going to beat everybody up, take the titles, and come back to Raw.
Can't go there.
Might.
It's like downgrading yourself.
Yeah, she doesn't need to. But she's running out of talent in WWE. She's kicking everybody's butt. Nobody's beating her. I'm telling you that right now. Dominant women's champion.
CM Punk is the devil. CM Punk is trolling.
What'd you think about the sensational now? Now, instead of sinister now sensational.
Savage, this was one of the most surprising crap that I saw on television last night because I was surprised that they made a big deal out of 3 Shinsaska, whatever, to hit him in the face. It took 3 to get Otis down. That tells me a lot, Savage. That tells me that they're behind Otis. What are we going to see from Otis? I don't know, but if it takes 3 from a guy that just had a program with Seth freaking Rollins, not once, but twice, and you need 3 to take this guy down, it's telling me a lot. The match was crap.
Shinsuke Nakamura continued his path of destruction by defeating Alpha Academy's #1 guy, Otis. Beat the shit out of him basically at the end. I mean, he did take a whooping. He did take a whooping.
Why?
Yeah, 3 because they respect Otis and his power, and
Yep.
they're protecting
They believe
Otis.
in him. They see something with Otis.
They protect Otis. And now we got another matchup over here. Knox gets the win. Defeats one of the half of the tag team champions in Piper Niven. And I think they really like Knox because they're definitely putting her over. They have video packages. She's beating the tag team women's champion. So I'm okay with that one.
You know, I'm still a big fan of Tegan Knox, but I'm just gonna say this: the way they're doing it, I don't think it's working because the crowd's not into her, man. I don't think they were into her in the match, and I don't think Piper Niven was the right person, man. Don't twist to Piper, but you gotta trim it down. You gotta run a little faster.
Although the official ejected him for the mid-match disrupts and Imperium's Giovanni Vinci reemerged in the final moments to hit a drive-by on DIY's Johnny Gargano at ringside. This caused a distraction that allowed Ludwig Kaiser to roll up Tommaso Ciampa and steal the win. I'm not even happy that they're even working together.
I know why you feel like that. I know why the crowd feels like that in this match. Because they did not tell us the history of DIY and what they're all about. And this is why you feel like that. Oh, I don't even like this match. How about that? I didn't like it. I think they buried DIY. This is the second loss they have, Savage. They lost last week against the Crees. Now they lost this week against Imperium. Why are we doing this whole team bringing together and you're making them lose?
Like, in my opinion, you're better off doing skits on these guys for like 2 months of them just messing with each other nonstop, and they're always trying to get at each other, but they can't. One always gets the other kind of storyline, and they go back and forth, revenge, and eventually, boom, match. I can't take it anymore. We got to kill these guys.
Oh, they're killing them, all right. They're doing it right.
Ludwig Kaiser defeats Tommaso Ciampa. Whatever, man. I guess he's not getting any gold anytime soon. Xia Li defeats Indy Hartwell. Pretty decisively.
I am going to say this about this match.
Yeah, go.
This is the match that we need when we do the next round of budget cuts. We need to put Indy Hartwell at number 1. This was very bad, Savage. That was very bad.
After the contest, however, Lynch then emerged looking for a fight and informed Lee that the man will be coming around for a one-on-one showdown next week on Monday Night Raw.
You see how she makes it interesting, Becky Lynch? Like, she makes these jobbers, mid-carders, like, a little interesting. Like, ooh, I want to see this match.
Well, this one has more substance, though, because they took time with it. We've seen the storyline progress throughout NXT and Monday Night Raw. So for a fan that's been watching all the shows and understands the history now over the past couple of weeks, is definitely going to be more invested in this storyline here. The Miz defeats Ivar, which is just crazy to even say.
I didn't like this match.
I thought they were booking Ivar to be huge. Gianna, what's going on, man? Indy Botchwell.
That's the match to fire her. That's the one.
That's rude. That's rude, Mr. Gianna forever.
It's not rude.
Mr. Ricky.
Last night.
But Ivar, they've been making Ivar look like a stud, though, Jay.
Listen, Ivar looked better than The Miz in the match. Let's face it. Second of all, The Miz said he's going to do anything to win, and he cheats. First of all, I thought you were playing the babyface. Babyface don't cheat. So now you're confusing me last night as I'm watching this to know what the hell are you? Are we just putting you in the neutral?
I was a fan of this right here, Jay, at the end, because they at least continued into another storyline. So it's like, it's okay.
But
this is going to be a great match. I think we're getting this match at Survivor Series.
I don't know about that, but I will say, how much do we have to put Bronson Reed with these mid-cards? How much more?
Yo, don't make me laugh right now. The Miz is a GOAT, but he's not.
He's the greatest of all time. You gotta be kidding.
He's not up there with Taker, not yet. He's a GOAT, though.
Please take away the accolades. You gotta be kidding.
Less than 2 weeks before the War Games match at Survivor Series, Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso look to reclaim the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship from Finn Balor and Damian Priest. We had a title match on Raw, which is always fun to see because lately you don't know what's going to happen here. And this was very interesting. Of course, Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes are not going to win the titles back on Raw. They're not. Judgment Day are going to maintain. And the big reason is because Rhea Ripley runs WWE. She recruited Drew McIntyre to do the dirty work. And this is one of the best pictures you will ever see for an ending of a Monday Night Raw, because it's interesting now. Bringing Drew into the mix into Judgment Day is one of the greatest pickups that you're ever going to see. You know, like I said, during a high-stakes showdown, Drew McIntyre gets the job done. He comes out, represents for the Judgment Day, represents for Rhea Ripley, and makes Judgment Day look that much stronger, man, which makes me interested now for War Games. And this now indefinitely gives the edge to Judgment Day, because you're going to have Drew McIntyre on your side. I feel bad for Cody. Cody and Seth are going to implode. Jay is going to get messed with by Jimmy. There, you know, it's going to be bad. Sammy's in another world right now. He just took an L to Seth Rollins, clean in the middle of the ring. You know how deflating that is to your ego?
Well, to me, Savage, I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I don't think we talked about how JD is fully now a member of Judgment Day. We kind of bypassed that. So he is a member as of that night. Overall, Savage, we're still missing 1 and 1. I mean, it's not official. Drew McIntyre is with the Judgment Day or on their team, so it hasn't been announced. But I'm assuming that he will team up with them. But who can we put as the babyface? This is another puzzling thing that I had with the women's on SmackDown, and I have it last night with the guys. I don't know, Savage. I can't think of a top Raw star that could fill in that slot that could be up with these guys. And please don't say it's The Miz or Kane, because
hold on, Kane, because Kane beat Stone Cold for the WWF Championship.
I say none.
Kane.
None. No. Stop. But overall, who will you put as that top Raw babyface star? I can't think of anyone, Savage. I really can't.
Well, right now it's Cody Rhodes and it's Seth Rollins. It's Jey
Okay.
Uso.
But you need one more. It's 5 on 5. Need one more. Who would be it? I'm clueless. I'm thinking of all the Raw talent they have.
If I had to pick one, Chad Gable. Come on. He's not a babyface? He's not over right now, man?
Oh, he's super over. Like he could just be tagging with Cody and Seth, really?
Yeah, Drew probably is going to be the new leader of the Judgment Day. That's why they even brought up that whole conversation. I'm the leader.
I don't believe that, man. I think they brought up that whole I'm the leader crap, which I hated. But I think it's just to show that when they lose at War Games, like that will be the end of Priest, pretty much.
Anyway, this picture right here is freaking incredible. Rhea Ripley's a boss for getting this done. Makes her look even more credible. And the reason I bypassed JD McDonough as part of the Judgment Day is because I thought it was pretty clear, because he's right there in the picture. He's in the main event of Survivor Series. Yeah, which anyway, Jay, big props to JD McDonough for getting into the main event of Survivor Series. Very happy about that. Congratulations to him. That success, being part of Judgment Day, is a success.
How can we say it's a success? Did we just put him there because he's like 5 for 9?
It's a success. He will be successful for life now. He will make money the rest of his life. He's part of a legendary stable. We're also going to. This is a glorified. Listen, this is a glorified workout for Rhea Ripley. She will destroy Zoe Stark and win this match. Now this match.
Here comes a joking match.
Jay, this match right here has me more intrigued than any other match. I'm going to be honest. Now,
no,
I'm a Miz fan. I think I'm going to call it right now. And I know Gianna's about to go nuts right now. But I believe Gunther's going on to bigger things. And Miz is taking back his Intercontinental Championship. And he would be the babyface I would choose right now, because it looks like that's where he's headed, man. Everybody hates Gunther, and Miz might beat him and shut him up and take that title from him. And it's going to be a banger. I agree with Ricky over here. It's going to be a banger. It's going to surprise people. Miz is more capable than you know. Listen, the guy is beyond good at what he does, man.
So you're telling me a guy that held the belt, made it prestige, made it actually mean something for, I don't know, 500 or something days is going to lose to a guy who calls himself The Miz, who is on a reality show years ago called The Real World, and he's going to finally dethrone Gunther at Survivor Series because he has won it 8 times and he deserves it.
Yes,
You guys
yes,
are
yes,
freaking
yes,
crazy.
yes, yes,
Crazy.
yes.
I know one person
Yes.
that could do it.
Yes.
Braun Breaker.
Listen, Braun Breaker can come in and beat Miz the next night for all I give a
That's
shit.
here
But
in
at
the
Survivor Series, the Miz has to beat. The Miz has to beat Gunther. This is a must-win match if he wants to have relevance in the world of wrestling again, as far as being a dominant wrestler, a marquee name, a guy that could still win, a guy who beat John Cena at WrestleMania, walked in and out with a title, did a huge job.
They said The Miz is a marquee name. Anybody hearing this crap?
He is a marquee name. God damn it. They
Marquee
should treat him like one.
name.
They should treat him like one. So, Jay,
Sure.
very crazy. We're talking about Monday Night Raw, talking about WWE. Let's get into my favorite thing of the week over here. Rey Mysterio is on the mend after knee surgery. We all hope here at Wrestling with Savage he's feeling better sooner than later. Cody Rhodes addresses the possibility of The Rock and him, WrestleMania 40, maybe a clash. Maybe The Rock might block him from being champion. Cody Rhodes says it doesn't matter who is going to try to stop him. It doesn't matter. Cody
I
Rhodes.
got Cody Orton WrestleMania 40. That's what I got.
Rock will star in Disney's live-action Manoa remake. I guess this is breaking news. And then there's also a possibility that The Rock will become the president of the United States. Is this a reality? Could happen. You never know. And support is building up for Dustin Rhodes' inclusion in the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE's current interest in CM Punk clarified after a cryptic promo during Raw. They're basically letting everybody know it's not happening. It's not happening. Logan Paul attempts to pawn off the WWE United States title for $100,000. And tomorrow night, you can watch AEW Weekly Update. So, Jay, go ahead. Out of those stories, what would you like to discuss?
Let me see the others. Yeah, this one. I'll talk about that one. The Hall of Fame. I mean, how long are we going to wait? You know, there's a lot of names that I have. I'm still waiting on Luger. Maybe not a lot of people are Luger fans, but I'm sure was. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on this. And I don't know what's taking so long. Why? Because he's working for another company? Does it really matter? I mean, we had someone from another company come to WWE for one night only. Let's not forget that.
We have someone from another company now in WWE.
Let's not forget Broken Skull Session with Stone Cold Steve Austin and AEW's Chris Jericho. Let's not forget about that either.
Yeah.
Why we can't put this guy in, Savage? I don't know, but I would love to see. I think it should happen.
It's Mr. BLESS City, and don't forget the truly in the front case seat of all, the truly blessed warrior, world champion, and you're watching Wrestling with Savage right now.
All right. Hey, Marty, the barber here. Been a while since we've seen each other. I'll be seeing you pretty soon. Oh, and stop calling my wife at 5 in the morning, man. I wouldn't mind, but you're waking me up.
To be in Hollywood, though.
That doesn't matter. I'll still be Hollywood.
You got the look for it.
Doesn't matter.
Who's ass do you want to kick right now in the WWE?
Charlotte Flair.
How
Or
about-
Rhea Ripley. She's over there.
You want
She
Rhea
got a
Ripley?
long line,
You
so
calling
I'm
out
not
mommy?
taking that. Yeah.
Oh
Mommy.
my God! How about
She can be my
AEW?
mommy.
Oh, how about AEW? AEW. Who you calling
AEW,
out?
I'm going Billy Starks, and then we'll go to the top and say Tony Storm.
Oh my God! All right, Hollywood Haley J. While I have you here, what is? I'm gonna keep calling you Hollywood because you're a star. You're a star. Deal with it. What is your favorite kind of food?
Mexican.
What's your
tacos.
favorite color?
Pink.
Okay. Do you love New York City?
It's cold.
Would you move here?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, that's good. Because Hollywood is in California,
Correct.
and that's where you're going to end up living,
where I'll be.
in Malibu with all the stars. Here with Hollywood, Haley J. future up-and-coming superstar of the business.
Yes. Dang, that's a lot going on. It's like crunchy and
Yeah,
creamy
it's crunchy and creamy, and I think you will love it.
and cinnamony.
Maybe.
All right, we're gonna go for it.
Hollywood, Haley J, cannoli for the first time ever.
Creamy.
Is good? Cannoli's good?
It is good.
Is different?
It's different.
Okay.
It's definitely not a donut.
No, not a donut at all. It's a cannoli. It's from Italy. It's famous.
It's good.
New York, one of New York's establishments for baked goods, cannoli. From Martha's Country Bakery.
Go
in
see
Queens, New
Martha.
York. Go see Martha.
Martha's doing something. She's doing something with
And
this.
make sure you watch Hollywood Haley J on
On
Netflix.
Netflix.
Watch OVW. They're killing it right now. You've been on AEW.
Yep.
Where else are we going
I'm
to see
also
you, girl?
on WoW.
Women of Wrestling?
Yeah.
My God, pretty soon it won't be Hollywood. It's going to be Hollywood. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Man, wonderful crowd going here, seeing all the big stars. We're here, my talents are signing away, doing their thing, you know, it's all good. Remember, sign fucker sign.
That's right,
No
you're here.
BS.
You're here.
Cult hero. ESS.
You're here with the past and the future of professional wrestling.
Go fuck yourself.
Here on the Party with Marty.
Go fuck yourself, motherfucker.
Soon we'll have Eric Sims exclusive interview on the Party with Marty podcast. Stay tuned.
Petro from the Monty and the Pharaoh show. I'm about to try a cannoli in New York. I live in Florida, so this is a big deal for me. And I'm like,
How's that cannoli? That cannoli
that's a
good?
fucking good cannoli.
That's from Martha's Country Bakery. Would you recommend Martha's Country Bakery?
Oh my god.
To the Savage Kingdom?
Yeah.
Marty, Janetti, you see that? Eating cannolis from Florida and New York. Dreams coming true
Holy
at Big
crap.
Event New York. That's it? That's all Mommy gets? She would be disappointed. Your NXT North American champion would be disappointed in your reaction to Mommy. I'll be sure to let Dom know. We're getting a boost for Dom now?
I can't get too excited. My wife is in.
Boo! Cody Rhodes gonna beat Roman?
No way.
No way. Here at Big Event, New York City. Yeah, that was my time at Big Event New York. Had a
Everybody loves cannoli.
crazy weekend. I got to hang out with the champ. Woo!
Wow.
Woo!
I can't even believe I'm talking right now.
Oh, shit,
Is there any more pictures?
baby. Kind of want to just leave it on this one for a little bit. Hell of a memory. Oh, what's that? We'll skip that one real quick. I don't know what that was. That's for the people that are real and stayed, didn't leave. Now, this picture here with the Billa twins, I had given them some cookies earlier in the day, and I went back to check to see if they enjoyed the cookies. Unfortunately, they couldn't try them yet, but they were, of course, gracious enough to, to take the savage selfie. And my God, yes, that is, I believe is that Breeze?
They bougie, bro. They bougie, bro. I heard bad things about them when they do meet and greets.
They were nice to me.
I don't know about that, Savage. They didn't eat the cookie.
Oh no, they took the cookies home. Don't worry. They told me.
I don't know, Savage. They're a little shaky.
Listen, man, I know that you're not used to talking to superstars on a daily basis. Like
The
Savage.
Garcias. They're big superstars. The Garcias.
They are, damn it. Have some respect for the Billa twins. Me and Big Sexy had a good conversation. Hell of a guy, hell of a human being. Big shout out to him.
And did you ask him why you hate LA Nice so much? Did you ask that question?
Nah, I'm not going to go into that with him.
I would ask that.
Casey Navarro, excellent young talent right there.
Hey, I know these two losers. I know these two losers.
Grizzled young veterans.
Oh my God, it's a schism.
I should have got a lot of videos with them actually.
Yeah.
But I was doing my thing, hanging out with Hollywood, hanging out with Rob Van Dam. Brooklyn Brawler, especially.
Oh, Jesus.
Talking,
He's jacked.
yeah. I gave him a lot of
Who's the one
conversation.
to the left?
Howard Finkelman.
No, okay. No, I mean the left slide.
Not Fingerman. Oh my God. Nippleman. Harvey
No,
Whippleman.
the woman-
Harvey Whippleman.
I know, but the woman on the slide, you're pointing like that.
I think that's Gabriela Lopez. I think she's like a UFC fighter or something.
I've never heard of her.
Yeah. Well, she enjoyed the cannoli as well. Rob Van Dam.
As long as it's free, brother.
Zeta Steele. Emily J.
Heard of these women?
Becoming superstars.
Up-and-coming for sure.
I
Who's
forgot
that?
her name. Sorry.
Sorry, we forgot your name. We'll just show you who you are.
She's an independent wrestler. I know that, and I was told she's very good. Bushwhacker, Bobby Fulton at the Wrestling Universe.
There goes Eric Sims, Mr. Capital F.
Yeah, we got Sims in the house over there. And of course, this Thursday we'll have another episode, episode 8. It's gonna be, I believe, a health update episode, kind of just conversation, how he's doing. You know, it's pretty much just like a chilled, laid back, informative episode coming up this Thursday.
With surgery, man?
We'll talk about that on the Party with Marty this Thursday, live at 10 o'clock.
Cool.
And I'll see if he's down for you to maybe join us. I don't know.
Cool, man. Cool.
You can pick up t-shirts on Wrestling with Savage on Pro Wrestling Tees. You can pick up Wrestling Universe t-shirts. You can pick up Party with Marty t-shirts. Or you can come down to the Wrestling Universe, meet Terrence Arell, Sol Calval, Velvet Sky, Kushida, Skinner. Steve Kern is going to be there. He also is Doink, too. Rika Tatsumi. And then, of course, December 29th, Swerve Strickland. It will be his house. He will be there. I believe King Nana will be there. And I don't want to drop names, but I believe 2 other AEW superstars will be there as well. So it's going to be a good time at the Wrestling Universe. Good reason to come on down and hang out. Massey, Maximum Models, Mansoa, going to be in the house. It's going to be good. Alberto Del Rio. Ricardo Rodriguez is no longer going to be there. I got to change this picture. But
Really?
He has another obligation, but Alberto Del Rio is going to be there. Spike Dudley will be in the house. Danny Doring and Roadkill, Just Incredible, Chris Chetty, Francine, Shane Douglas, Raven, Sandman, Todd Gordon, Rob Van Dam, all day at the Wrestling Universe. It's going to be absolutely wild.
Where's New Jack?
New Jack died. Rest in peace to New Jack.
He did?
Yes.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes. Rest in peace, New
Jack. I really did not know that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sad now.
Really crazy weekend, man. I mean, but we have like about 15 minutes to cover NXT, and I don't even think we need that, to be honest.
You could cover it in less than 15.
I think I could cover it in like 2 seconds. It was mid.
What would you like to talk about, Savage?
I don't know. Just a crazy week, man.
It's been a great. Listen, man. This is what I always say. Hard work pays off. You're a living example of it.
Yeah, man. I had a good time though, man.
I give you all the flowers. I mean, that it's unbelievable how you come almost 2 years now.
I want to give a big thanks to Casey Navarro for making all that happen.
But is it almost 2 years, Savage? It
took 2 years. Yeah.
In 2 years, man, you're sitting down with going future Hall of Famer, living legend, champion of woman right now,
the world champion.
All thanks to you just shouted out Casey Navarro. Yeah, man. I mean, kudos, man. I hope you got that guy the biggest Christmas gift that you could find, man. I hope it's more than cannolis.
Yeah, he
definitely deserves it, man. I can't say any more, Savage. That's just hard work that you put in. I got nothing but respect. I was speechless when I saw this. I think everybody that we know personally as well, you just put in that work, baby, and you keep doing it every monthly. You all see it on the Premier Streaming Network. That's $9.99, folks, a month. But we see it, and hey, man, nothing but love, brother. I love to see more. I'm sure your weekend is.
I did not
I can't even know what to call it.
I never thought in a million years that something like that would happen or have the chance of happening. Like after like 2 years ago, that would have. If you told me, hey, you're gonna go and have dinner with the women's world champion,
Unbelievable.
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. I saw the pin. I literally, my mouth was like, who is that? I zoom in my phone. I was like, who is that?
I'm not going to talk about the dinner. I don't want to talk about the discussions. All that stuff's private.
No. Savage. Just the fact that you had lunch or dinner, whatever that was.
I'll say this. Awesome. Rhea Ripley is one of the coolest, nicest people that you will ever get the chance to spend time with. Absolutely awesome. She took care of all her fans. There was over 600 fans there. She was supposed to only be there till 2 p.m. She stayed till almost 3 o'clock to finish all the people that were still there that were waiting to meet her. She took care of everybody. She is a shining example of what a superstar should look, act like, be like. Real, blunt, honest, loving, caring, responsible, passionate, determined. She has everything and nothing but success and love for her.
Absolutely. And shout out to Casey Navarro too, who is with you guys as well. I mean,
that kid is the future of this business.
He could definitely beat these 3 jokers that we had on before.
I already told him, man, he better fucking call me after he wins the Money in the Bank. Chase U. A lot of drama tonight with Chase U on NXT. They're going to have a tag team championship match over here against Tony D, Stax Lorenzo. And guess what? We are going to have new tag team champions. The Dom, the family, they get the gold back. And the Chase U drama continues. Jay, what were your thoughts on the opening match of NXT?
Try to make it quick, but I did not like the match. I thought it was ugly at some points. I thought Tony D was a little off. I thought Stack had a good opening with Chase, but then he fell a little off during the middle of the match. I hate the finish, Savage. It makes no sense to me how you're going to give the belts to these guys. It makes no sense what the commentary team of Booker T and Vic Joseph is hyping up the so-called controversy, but there's no clues. I don't get it. We should have had at least a clue because it's been ongoing for weeks. And this was not the right call. I thought it was the wrong call.
I don't mind the call because you know what? I didn't think they should have ever lost the titles. And it just gives them that extra statistic. Two-time champion. It sounds nice, has a nice tone. Hopefully this time they have a dominant reign.
If you're building a controversy storyline, you can't have the tag team champs just lose on USA.
If it's going to add interesting storyline, maybe like the Dom paid for this to happen and it gets exposed. Maybe he cut a deal. Something obviously happened, Jay. I mean, everybody's talking about it. That was one of the main vocal points in the match tonight during commentary. They kept going over and over.
It's been going on for 2-3 weeks already. This is not.
Well, here's Lita Legend. She's going to have her 2 picks for the Iron Survivor Challenge. One of them is going to be Roxanne Perez and Lash Legend taking on Trick Williams and Joe Coffey. Those matches are going to come up later tonight. Metaphor over here having a big moment on NXT. They're going to have their Nova show coming up shortly. We see a Dom and Corbin over here, which is interesting because they're kind of giving it away. Like, you know, Dom's a bad guy. Dom basically says, if you need me, let me know. Obviously, we're going to find out what happens later. But now it's time for the Super Nova 11 sessions. And Jay, what did you think about this? I'll let you, because I know you're going to rip it apart right now, probably.
Yeah, it's crap. It doesn't work. And you know why it doesn't work? Because you don't see a lot of it on NXT. When is the last time, I ask you, Savage, because you're a fan of Metaphor. When was the last time you saw a Supernova session on NXT?
Either never or
you don't remember because it never happened. And this is the first one. And I thought it was rough. At points, I couldn't even understand what No More Dark. No offense. I couldn't understand what the guy was saying.
Why do I understand what he's saying then?
I don't know. Maybe you rewind and fast forward, rewind.
I watched one time. I watched one time.
I just go.
No arm's fine. Lash is good on the mic. Anyway, I heard that upper people in WWE are very impressed with them and that they're actually going to get a huge push. So, Metaphor, get used to it, man. It's going to be a staple. Now,
Let's talk about this match, your Metaphor people's match.
Listen,
how about you talk
Lash
about
Legend represents Metaphor well, and she
So I'll
got
let
the
you talk
job.
about the match.
She got the job done. She
About
beat
that.
up Roxanne Perez.
You did, really.
Obviously, there was a little help there from Kiana James. But in my mind, Lash Legend did what it took. She took advantage of the opportunity, just like The Miz has countless times.
Oh, the Miz.
Lash Legend did it too. She took advantage of Kiana James' assist and got the win. Now, the power bomb, she needs to get more lift on that power bomb. Okay? Because she has the look. She's like a monster in the ring. And I like how she's starting to kind of act like one with the choke slam set up to the power bomb. That's all fine. But make the power bomb like drill that girl. She's young. She can take it. Drill Roxanne Perez through the ring and make everybody in that arena go, holy shit, man. We got a real deal woman's giant in the house. Because Lash is huge. She looks like a giant compared to Roxanne. So, it's a good look for her. Is it a good look for Roxanne? I don't know. But I know Lash Legend came out of this looking like a monster.
Oh, my turn. Okay, I don't know what Savage was watching in this match, but this is proof that he is a fan of Metaphor, no matter what he sees. First of all, you had a slide before this that showed Lash Legend do a pump kick on the corner turn. Can we just see that slide? Yeah, right there. Can you just zoom this slide? There's 2 slides with the pump kick. With the pump kick that never hit Roxanne Perez's head.
What are you talking about? Hit her head right there.
Cameraman.
Hit her head. Lash Legend is a beast.
Mr. Cameraman, you effed up. This was the most greenest match that I ever seen of Lash Legend. I saw no improvement, Savage. I'll give you this. She has a great look. She's good on the mic. But her in-ring is pure trash. This was it right here. You even criticized her powerbomb. What does that tell you?
No, I didn't criticize. I just said she should drill Roxanne Perez. All right, fine. She should drill her. But anyway, Lash Legend got the big win. We're building up tag teams in NXT. And it looks like Humberto over here, or Los Lotharios, or whatever their name is this week, they're getting demoted and working with the lower tier tag team division.
Quick question to you, but didn't it seem like Humberto and Garza just looked like they just got their old gimmick back before they went to that grandfather in the average? Didn't you just notice that?
Yeah.
Trash.
They don't let anything fly. Ah, boy.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. She's watching really footage right now. She's getting Lyra over here is getting some advice for her match coming up with Xia Li.
They're selling the cake. I don't know what to call this, but I will say this.
It was interesting.
The only foreign person in WWE right now that has improved English is Xia Li. This was it, right? I actually understood what she said.
I thought it was good. Trick Williams over here seems a little too happy to be back with Carmelo Hayes. He kind of played it a little bit. He should be a little more like on the fence, like, do I really trust this guy? But I guess they want to play it off like he's happy to just be back to normal kind of situation. Carmelo, though, looks like he's got more of an attitude now. I don't know if you noticed that.
A little more cocky.
Yeah, just a little more of an attitude. Women's locker room, we're going to get a match out of this between Gigi Dolan and Ariana. What's her name? Ariana Grande? Ariana Grace?
Right.
Miss NXT. I do love the Miss NXT gimmick. She does very good with that. But this match right here is interesting, and we'll talk about it in a moment. This is even more interesting. And I got to say this, Braun Breaker absolutely burned Dijak with that retribution line at the end. Well played. Well done, sir.
If you want somebody to beat Gunther, this is the guy.
I won't argue with you, man. Listen.
He's ready, man.
If
I don't
they
know what
came
they're
to
waiting
me
for.
and
He's
said,
ready.
Savage, we're going to let Braun Breaker beat Roman, we're going to let Braun beat Gunther,
I
whoever.
got him in the Royal Rumble, Savage, as a debut. I got him Royal Rumble debut.
And winning?
No, not winning, but throwing out some people for sure. Top stars. Maybe 2, 3 mid-carders that are, popular and whatnot.
Oh my God. You know what would be God mode? If Randy Orton came back, won the Royal Rumble, and then beat Roman Reigns.
I got him throwing Cody out.
Or what if Cody takes the title off of Seth at Rumble, and then Randy wins the Rumble, and you set up Randy Cody?
I got Orton and Cody at Mania, but I don't believe The Rock and Roman will. After that actor straight is over, I don't really think The Rock will come back.
Nah, I think that's a wrap. But this was a great segment. Dijak still looked strong, but Braun just obliterated him. I think he's going to beat him in that match. Trick Williams, Joe Coffey, and Trick Williams would end up getting the win clean. Wasn't clean, though.
He was green, Savage. He couldn't even hold on the guy's head to do the neck breaker. Are you kidding me right now? This guy is living proof that you could be the worst wrestler in history. You just have to know how to talk when you have a mic, and you just have to be a mouthpiece. This is proof right here. His punches were bad, Savage. Don't tell me he threw great punches. Please. Don't tell me that. It was bad.
Wesley going to be in the locker room backstage with the NXT champion Dragunov, and Wesley basically tells him, I have no intention of coming after you. Baron Corbin, Lexis King. What did you think about this interaction here? Did it do anything for Lexis King?
I'm going to say no, Savage. I don't know. I still think he's like memorizing lines, and I think this was kind of proof here. He was just a little off to me. I don't know.
I think this is the reason why Corbin's about to become the champion, though.
Whatever the case is, I just feel like he's not being a natural heel, if that makes sense.
Oh, it's definitely scripted for sure, but that's what NXT is. They want to make sure that you're
going to. You don't have to say it's scripted. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't come off. He's like a host. Like, he just comes out, and now we're back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now we're back with Brawling Brutes and OTM, Bronco, Nima, and Lucian Price. And, of course, they have with scripts. They're going to have a match.
I was surprised at this.
And this match was actually pretty good. And I thought OTM looked very impressive. Strong power clotheslines. Good facials, good energy, high intensity on some of the spots. I thought they showed promise, and I thought Rich Holland showed out tonight too. Butch wrestling his ass off, putting in work, and then doing the job, taking the loss. OTM.
Yeah, I don't think
OTM taking the loss for sure.
I don't think it made sense to me, Savage, because these guys are out of the mud. Out the mud is OTM, right? That's what it stands for. So you're basically saying you're from the streets. Now you have scripts on the outside. Why did these guys that look like you say great and they have a good look, why do they have to take this loss when this match was billed, by the way? Take the loss, even though, hold on, Scripps is on the outside and he didn't do nothing to interfere. I mean, wouldn't you do a dirty tactic? Because you got 3 came from the streets, so you'll do whatever it takes to win.
I think this is a case of wrong place, wrong time. And just because Brawling Brutes happen to just have like a contractual run right now through NXT, they're not going to take it.
They lost their last SmackDown match against Pretty Dead. Do not say
SmackDown. Exactly. That's why
Yeah.
they have to get the win in NXT because they can't look weak.
But they build this. This is why I don't understand. They build it. It's been 2-3 weeks since it's ongoing. That's where I'm lost at. You lost me there. It's like, okay,
it's unexplainable. The match shouldn't even happen. Like
the Savage, they made video packages of these guys from the
I know, you're right. Yeah, OTM should be fighting another tag team right now. They should have no business in there with these guys losing clean.
Would have had scripts interfere.
Joe Gacy, more babbling. I don't know what's happening with him.
He really took the Dean Ambrose character.
He looks like he's lost right now.
Crappier level.
He looks like he needs a haircut. Lyra Valkyrie is ready for her match with Xia Li, but now we're going to get into Gigi Dolan taking on Ariana, and she's going to pick up the dominant win. And the match was whatever, man.
It was a squash, but I really don't like Gigi Dolan.
It was a squash match for whatever reason they want to put over Gigi Dolan. Who knows what's going to come from that? We get a little history lesson of Braun Breaker and Mr. Stone, all their time together, all their history together.
Bad acting.
I love at least how we got the verbatim words in there of Von Wagner will be a world champion one day.
Oh, wait. Oh, my head. Oh,
yeah, my head. Eddie Thorpe is going to have a match next week. I think he's taking on Charlie Dempsey or Gulak. I don't know.
Savage, I just want to point this out there. Eddie Thorpe has not been on TV for a long time.
I don't know.
Second of all, I don't know if he's white. I don't know if he's black.
Here we go. American. What does that matter?
I don't know if he's a DJ, and who knows where the hell he was. But do we really need him to have a match against Charlie Dempsey? No.
Jesus Christ. Chase U. Poor Andre Chase, they're bothering him. They want to know the story.
I didn't like this either. I didn't like it. It looked cheesy. It
looked very bad, and they should have just waited till next week. But next week, we're going to get the NXT Women's Championship match. We're going to get the NXT Heritage Cup match. We'll see who's going to overcome there. But right now, it's time for your main event with Baron Corbin taking on Wes Lee. And this was actually an excellent big man, little man match. Baron Corbin did an excellent job of just basically using this guy as like a rag doll. Wes Lee could have performed a little more optimum. Maybe he wasn't too enthused because he was fighting a stud in Baron Corbin who's going to hit him with that in days. And end of days is going to have you protected. No one's kicking out of that shit. Wesley's taking a loss. Obviously, Dom had a little hand in this and happened to help out a little bit, but Corbin gets the win. Dragunov comes out to make the save, and guess what? He ends up getting hit with end of days too, and this is how NXT ends with Corbin holding the title, shoving it in Dragunov's face. And I can totally see Dom getting heat from screwing Dragunov out of that NXT title, helping Corbin become champion, or better yet, Lexis King.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see Dragunov dropping the title at Deadline. It's a nice story, maybe the pay-per-view after that. But I would have done things a little differently, Savage. I would have just basically had Ilya versus Wes Lee, have them fight twice. Wes Lee takes the title, then Corbin takes it for Lee. I would have done something like that. But this match was good. I think both guys delivered. I like the end. You said it yourself. The end of days, nobody's kicking out of that. Probably the most protected finisher that we have in the business right now. So I would have done it like that. But I kind of see Corbin winning the second pay-per-view, not this one.
Yeah. I think Corbin is due for a huge run right now. I think Corbin is going to have that NXT title. I think it makes sense to get Lexis King all that heat because a lot of people love Dragunov right now, and ripping the title off him will shake things up. And I also think WWE has a syndrome right now of just changing titles quickly. We've seen it with the World Tag Team titles. We've seen it with the NXT Tag Team titles. We've seen it in women's titles. And I don't see why we wouldn't see it again in NXT. And Dom is the hottest heel in the business right now, gets the hottest heat. Why not just get him some more heat by turning another guy that so many people hate, Corbin, into your NXT champion? I think it's just a rare opportunity to utilize the heat magnet to get it even hotter. Piss people off and get people talking. Because a lot of people will be like, what? Corbin's champion? To them, that's shocking.
And I don't know how I feel about...
And he deserves it.
I agree, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I don't know how I feel about if Wes Lee were to beat Dom to take the North title and have another run at it. I don't know if I really would like that. I think Lee should be a top star and fight for the belt. I don't know how I feel if he wins the title again, the North American title.
Well, he can go after Corbin and eventually take it off him in a very long fought battle.
It would have made sense, like, if Lee wasn't doing nothing, Corbin takes the title, has a program or two with Lee. Not saying Lee will win, maybe the second one, but
I wouldn't mind seeing Corbin have a stable with like guys like Lexus King and Dom, and like Dom's in like 2 stables. And then he has that connection through Judgment Day. So all of a sudden now Corbin's stable at any time can have Rhea Ripley or Mommy, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, anybody from Judgment Day could show up and just have that danger factor. And, maybe do a strong shot over the entire NXT division. Corbin's in charge of all of it.
The only way Dom loses the title is if they lose at War Games.
We're going to see. War Games is going to be interesting. Deadline's going to be interesting. Tomorrow night, I'm very interested to get back to AEW because I got to say this. Last week, AEW Dynamite, Jay, was actually a really good show. I had a show scheduled, but I wasn't feeling good, so I had to cancel it, which I apologize for. But I just wasn't feeling good. But I watched AEW, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the better, well-produced shows that they have done in a long time. Everything kind of clicked and made sense. There was nice storytelling, nice development. It was just beautifully done. So congratulations to AEW production for actually putting on a good 2-hour show. Did you like Dynamite?
Can they do it again?
You liked it too, right? It was a good Dynamite.
Not really, but
okay.
Can they do it
again? We're gonna find out tomorrow night if they can do it again. We'll give you the results for Rampage, Collision, Dynamite, and then of course we'll talk about Full Gear, which is coming up this Saturday. I might be doing some live play-by-play for that because MJF, Jay White, very interesting match, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow night on Wrestling with Savage, AEW Weekly Update. Everybody have a good night. Jay, thank you for joining me.
As always,
like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time here.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.